there are some... there. Starting over. Hi, I'm Gator. And today we are going to be venturing into the strange land that is the shelves behind me. There are some strange things on these shelves in my room, some of which happen to have stories behind them. So I decided, you know what? Let's tell the stories of some of these strange objects that I just happen to have in my room for some reason. So we're going to start with something iconically Gator and relatively normal. Shoes. They're not actually on the shelves behind me and you can't see them right now. I will show them to you in a minute. Just hold on. Context. I don't like shoes. Just in general. I never wear them. You know, society kind of says, yo, you should wear shoes because health and safety hazards. Despite the fact that humans have survived for hundreds of thousands of years before shoes were invented. But anyway, I have to actually wear shoes despite the fact that I don't like them at all. And sandals are kind of like not wearing shoes, even though they're not actually, but they're kind of close, so in general, I'll wear sandals instead of running shoes or boots. But of course, I have to actually get some. Now originally, I had these really cheap green flip-flops that were like paper thin already when I got them, and they were like from the dollar store or something. And I have an intense power walk, so I wore straight through them in like 3 months. There was a literal hole through the sole of the shoe that you could stick your finger through if you really wanted to. You could. They were church shoes, because they're holy. I'll see myself out. There was also that time when I forgot to wear shoes to school entirely, which I should share sometime. Hole through heel of shoe. You kind of can't wear those anymore, so we had to get new ones. And in the store, there were plenty of sandal options that were like, you know, relatively normal and like, you know, Birks and Crocs and stuff. And we did end up getting some Crocs, but then there were these. Like just they're really worn out now because I've worn them for so long, but like, look at that! These are intense flip-flops. They're running shoes, but they're flip-flops. So it's like you get the traction of running shoes, but the flip-flop openness and not wearing shoesness of flip-flops. They're intense flip-flops. Like they were made for me, and they're really comfortable too. Like this, I don't know what this gray stuff is on top. It wears away super easily, but like it's really squishy and comfortable. They're generally great. And I've worn these for like an entire year, and because of my intense power walk, they wear away very, very quickly. But like, they held up really well, which is great because, you know, the green ones from the dollar store kind of wore right through the heel. That's not happening anytime soon with these guys. And, you know, when you wear flip-flops enough, you start to discover the little quirks about them. For example, these make excellent projectile weapons. Like, I could throw this with such intense accuracy if I wanted to. I got like so weirdly good at throwing these while I had them. Like you could be standing across the room and say a stupid pun and I'd throw this at you. Of course, if I threw it at everyone who made stupid puns, I would be throwing them at myself a lot. Anyway, it even became a thing in my friend group. Like, in order to become truly initiated, I have to hit you with one of these from across the room. I'll just throw that on the floor now. Don't mind me. These things are infamous. But, you know, all good things must come to an end. And not too long ago, they broke. No, my children. How could you betray me like this? You know, I broke these in like possibly the most Gator way possible. I didn't throw them at someone, though that would have been pretty perfect. No, I flipping kicked a house by accident. How does one kick a house by accident? Houses are huge, and normally you don't accidentally kick them. Normally you don't even purposefully kick them. How does one accidentally kick a house? I mean, apparently I did, because that is very much broken, and I can no longer wear these, which is very sad because, you know, my perfect projectile weapons. And of course now I have some new sandals, and they're these Crocs that are kind of like strappy.
These guys. These are, I don't know if they even qualify as Crocs, but like, technically speaking they are. These are my new sandals.
And they're great and all, they're still sandals, I can still throw them with a decent amount of accuracy, but they're not the same. They're not the same. Though I suppose, you know, a shoe's a shoe, and eventually you'll get over it. But for now, I must mourn the death of my beloved shoes. And that's the legend of my flip-flops, which probably will never actually make their way into this background. I should clean this up. Wow, it's a mess. Jeez. Yeah, I know what I'll be doing after this. That and make the chalk art on the chalkboard for the thumbnail, which I will probably spend far too long on. Ciao for now.